What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we got something brand new coming for you guys. This is DC Comics and RWBY Crossover issue number 1. With the writer being Marguerite Bennett, the colorist is Marissa Weiss. We are seeing the RWBY universe crossover into DC Comics. Now, for many of you that have been a fan of the channel for quite some time, you will see that we have the crossover where DC Comics goes into the RWBY universe. Though we didn't finish out that series, we might actually come back around to it a little bit later on. But an opportunity to see our ladies operating in the city of Gotham. This is one I simply could not pass up on. And I'll be the first to say I'm not the biggest anime fan in the world. Some of the sexual aspects of anime really just turn me off to the genre. But there are those select few, like Sword Art Online, like RWBY. My most recent favorite is Bofuri. These are ones that are truly wholesome animes. Ones that I would be more than willing to sit down and watch with my children. And so for me, this crossover is exactly what I have been waiting for. But Team RWBY have made their way to Gotham City, trying to track down all of the Grimm that have made their way here. Obviously, this is going to catch the attention of Batman. But will Batman see these girls as friend or foe? Make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, we are picking up in Gotham City. A very stormy and ugly night. We have the Dark Knight facing against the Dragon, facing against a Grimm. And for Batman, taking down one of these monsters one-on-one, this is a relatively easy task for him. Getting in communication with Nightwing, they are doing their best to contain these monsters. From the harbor to the subway, Batgirl has battered them up. Robin is out here doing what he can, but they still don't know where these monsters are coming from. As Batman goes to do a search of the piece of bone material left over, he sees that it does something weird to his systems. It seems to be unable to register whatever this creature is. That is what takes us to 24th and 8th Streets. We have Jim Gordon and Montoya. They are here at a crime scene. One of these Grimms have been destroyed, but it wasn't by Batman. It was by a group of kids. But from the police perspective, it seems that the kids are the ones that were almost handling these creatures. Batman lets us know that the DNA analysis is inexplicable. The creatures are not from Earth, and they're not from any alien world that they know of. To further, none of the guard posts that are set up to protect this planet have reported any extraterrestrial arrivals. But they do have witnesses of this last attack, saying that a bunch of girls showed up and turned this creature into whatever it is now, saying that they were dressed up almost in cosplay. Big skirts and big swords, cloaks, all the good stuff. Saying that the kids, they may have taken down this creature, but they didn't do right by any of the victims of the attack. One of the third eyewitnesses, we see flame pouring out of their mouth. They're worried that these would-be vigilante girls knew about the effects the monsters had on civilians. If they did and simply took off, that would put them closer to supervillains than superheroes, at least in the eyes of Jim Gordon. And the fact that these girls and these critters both arrived roughly around the same time, this makes them believe that there might be a connection, that the children might have turned these creatures loose on Gotham. But Batman seems to disagree. For him, that is not where the evidence leads. That these vigilantes are killing these monsters, but they don't seem to be trying to cover their tracks. That they must know Gotham is under the Batman's protection. They must know they are leading him right to them. As Batman tracks them down, Weiss, Blake, RWBY, and Yang, they all discuss how terrifying Batman is. You see, our girls, they believe that Batman is a bad guy. A guy hiding in the shadows, wearing all black, dressed up as a bat. And so they set up a trap. They led Batman directly to this location. That is when we see all 4 girls, they jump. Team RWBY jumps in on him, but they quickly learn that he is much more formidable than they had thought. Batman is able to anticipate their attacks, but he wasn't able to anticipate RWBY's speed. He is slowly beginning to really try and figure out what they are capable of. Recognizing that Weiss, she uses a sword, but that's not her power. Blake being able to turn from 1 to 2. He quickly sees that this is nothing more than an illusion. But he also recognizes that his own senses, they seem very sharp, almost unusually sharp. Almost as if he can anticipate their moves before they even do them. Batman taking the sword from Weiss and driving it into the duplicate that is Blake. With a sweep of his cloak, he is able to get RWBY into control. But he wasn't able or wasn't ready for Yang. She comes in with a heavy punch and she sends Batman flying through a wall. Weiss using her powers, she tries to freeze him in place, but Batman is able to break free. Not sure what happened to him, not sure what happened to them. Their weapons, their clothes, it is all changed. From being in this place, something just happened to them. And as Batman prepares for round 2, he can see everything. He can see everything that is about to happen. As the girls come in on him, he takes them down one by one. And Team RWBY, they are left dumbfounded. They have been watching him for days, and he has never been able to do what he just did. They recognize that this is his semblance. They also recognize this means he has a soul. That is when Batman says that he is the protector of this city, that their monsters are endangering the lives of the innocent. Both sides are now recognizing that they are working on the same side, with Yang trying to clear it up that Batman is the guy dressed in all black with a mask, a cape, and a bunch of weapons, strolling down darkened alleys to pick on some civilized mind teenage girls innocently trying to put down horrifying monsters. This is when RWBY tells everybody to quit. She makes their introductions. She lets them know where they come from. They hunt these monsters down, but 3 days ago, they were brought from their world to this one. And unless they find a way to cure this spread, those monsters, those Grimm, are going to eat the world alive. You see, Grimm thrive on anger and despair. So much so that they smelt it between freaking universes. They crossed over to the DC universe. And the Grimm plan to destroy everything they come across. Everyone in their world, and everyone in Batman's. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a fun first issue. Seeing that Batman has a semblance is absolutely fantastic. His semblance is being able to anticipate their attacks before they even make the swing, which seems like the most logical thing for Batman. Now, how the semblance came upon him, how he magically just wound up with it, this we don't know yet. We even see Team RWBY change costumes, their weapons kind of upgraded and changed to more represent the DC universe. It is odd that it hadn't happened yet. They have been in this universe for 3 days, but it wasn't until their fight with Batman that we actually saw the change. Maybe it has to do with them being in the same vicinity as one another. But Team RWBY definitely gave Batman one heck of a fight. If it hadn't been for the semblance, there's a good chance that Batman would have lost this fight against Team RWBY. But now we know what's going on. The Grimm have crossed over from Remnant. They have made their way into the DC universe. What better place to start off with more anger and fear than Gotham City? Now the question remains, can Batman Team RWBY link up with the Justice League? Can they do this in time to be able to stop a total global takeover? Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything that we have covered of DC Comics and RWBY crossovers. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.